Morning, everyone. We're in one of my favorite places, Junkyard. For me, just so much potential, right? But what we're on the hunt for is some bits and pieces for the Golf. If I remember, I believe Eurocar's over there. We'll take care of that stuff first. Also, I do need a hood hinge for my GMC because I had to give it to the Chevy before I sold that. And this is the right size. We might grab this one first. Oh, that's exactly what we need. We'll loosen this and loosen that. All right, there we go. And let's close the hood. Boom. That was quicker than expected at finding that. I think Eurocar's back over here somewhere. We'll find it. All right. Sort of tempted to grab the Fender, not to use, but just to have. It's actually pretty cool. It's a Volkswagen's galore. Or not, I should not galore, but there's a good amount, and it grows. So, man, a CC, Mark IVs for days, Beetles. Yeah, we'll walk through and snag us a Mark III, some parts. Might have to be from a cabbie. Hope, maybe not. We'll see. All right, so this interior, these seats, if anyone needs some, let me know. Like, they're actually not completely trashed. I did try to pull the steering wheel. I don't have a socket big enough. So I think what I might try and do, I might pull the door handle. There's a rabbit. There's a pickup over here. Yeah, I think it's right there. See if there's a door handle laying around. Because the rabbit's door handle is jacked up. I don't know if it's the mechanism or what it is. But this one's missing. I might pull off the other rabbit. Whew. There's not really much in here that I would need, especially since this is now falling. Falling or fallen. I might go to no cover. I assume motor is out. Oh, we got a gasser, 1.6. Yeah, probably. Steelers. It's got beauty rings. Well, one beauty ring at least. There's still good salvageable parts on here. These mirrors are a little bit different than what I have. Oh, man. Okay, wait. Let's see if I can figure out how to take these apart. Because are both of them there? Yep. All right, let's take this apart and see what we could do. All right, not what I came here for, but I pulled the swivel pin from the door and then the quarter glasses off this rabbit pickup. So I'll see if I mean, eventually I'd love to have the vent windows in the rabbit, because I don't really ever plan on putting AC in it. You know, especially not in its current state, but yeah, no, definitely not something I want to do anytime soon. So let's pull wipers off the cabrio, and that will probably be it for here, because I've done my walkthrough. Unless I find, oh hey, Michael's core back. They're worth money, right? Pretty good haul, I think. Wasn't looking for these. Found these much easier. And then I do need wiper arms. Do need a windshield, but probably have to call Safeway or something like that. Safelite, whoever I don't remember who does the windshields. Because, well, this Cabrio one is busted. That Cabrio one maybe, but is it worth dealing with? And I still have to get someone to install it. I can't install a windshield. Let me phrase that. I don't feel comfortable installing a windshield. So, yeah, I'll probably call around, get a windshield one day. But really, I just want to drive it around first. Lots of cool modern stuff. There's some older stuff back here. 944. Couple Triumphs, MBs, Spitfire. I think there's even some Mercedes up there. Some Audis. Yeah. Some cool stuff. I think I'm gonna do like a little walkthrough around the other side. See if there's anything else I want to point out before we head back, check out and head back home. I'm not a JDM guy, but gosh, these are cool. Oh man, I think that was a pretty good parts grab, at least for the things I needed. Man, that yellow, it's early, I guess early Westy. I didn't look at the data plate, but yeah, it's not a swallowtail. So, oh man, I don't even know what to ask for it, but here's an outside picture and an interior picture. It doesn't have a dash, no engine trans, no wheels. I'll bring rollers. I mean, that's too easy to throw it on the bed of a truck or on the bed of a trailer. And no grill. I could find a grill and stuff like that. But the rest is pretty much all there. The patina is phenomenal. I don't know. I mean, it was there last time. The last several times I've been there. Over the last 4 years, 5 years. And really, no one seems to take anything extra from it. So, I did try to pull the steering wheel, but I didn't have the right socket. And this place is about 45 minutes to an hour from where I live. So, and Saturday's only open till noon. So it's always a little tough to dedicate a whole morning to it when that's usually when I'm working on my projects anyways, right? So maybe I'll give them a call tomorrow, Monday, what have you. Talk to them. Well, not tomorrow. Yeah, Monday, Tuesday. And figure out what they want. But we're gonna head home, clean up some stuff, and then I have to paint those arms. Probably pulling door handles, painting door handles on the Golf. There were no Mk3s there. Just sad because the last time I was there, there were a couple, and before that there were several. So yeah, there's Mk1s, no Mk2s, lots of Mk4s, 5s. There might have been a Mk6 or something. But yeah, just weird what the Junkyard has and doesn't have. Yeah, I'd love to get those windows in the Rabbit, but that will obviously be a little bit later. Alright, I know you've already watched me adjust this, and we'll have to go up a little bit more to get this a little bit lower. But once I get the height, what I assume to be right, I brought out the roller. I'm going to try and roll this Fender. It's already pretty mangled up in here. So I tapped it and straightened it out a little bit. Hopefully it helps some. And yeah. But also, what do we think about this? I think it looks pretty dang good. I will paint these maybe the next day or two. And then with what I got from the Junkyard, I'll install the wipers as well, because that'll be nice to have. But yeah, make a little list of some of the stuff. Get the right height set. Roll at least the rear fenders. Might roll the fronts. We'll see how all that looks. Get the wipers on. Fix the front suspension with the new tops, bearings, and lock nut. And then, oh, sunroof. Try and get that open up and clean it out. That's really the best I can. I usually take trimmer wire, you know, from like weed eater or what have you, and poke that through, and then we'll use some compressed air, shoot that through. But let's worry about the ride height first. You know, important things, right? So. All right, For those that haven't seen before, to roll fenders, you should use a heat gun. Or at least, that's how I've always done it. So, I'll just heat up an area, work it back and forth, until ultimately we're going to go from here to here, okay? This area back here would probably be fine. I might work this a little bit, but ultimately from here is the primary focus, because that's the top of the where the wheel well sits, or the wheel properly rub. I've raised it some more. I guess we'll set it down once we've done this side. See what it looks like. But yeah, it should be closer. I hope it's about right, but it's always hard to tell. Oh. Also, when you do this, turn the e-brake off. Oh, there we go. Alright, you can see it's rolling in. We'll keep working down here. But yeah, this might just work. Alright. I think I'm actually probably gonna take this off. Tap that a little bit. Let's see if that helps a little bit. So, I had goofed. I kept raising this, which in turn raises the car. I don't know what I was thinking. I don't know if I don't know. Clearly as soon as I put it down on the ground, I was like, why was this not getting lower? And then I measured this side versus the other side, and I was like, oh, well, I'm a genius. So I lowered it down. This is about 1 inch of threads. We'll put the tire on, see how it sits, and then we'll just do the same thing to the other side. Alright, definitely not as low as I would like it, but I think it'll probably be the right height for now. Meaning up front, I'll probably raise it just a hair, so things ride a little more even. We'll fix the other side tomorrow, and sort of just chip away at it each day this week. So I think that's gonna be my plan from now on. Work out here for like an hour or so, and yeah, we'll get things dialed in. Work on things back here. fix the front. I mean, probably the first video you guys will see will be probably on my Saturday driving. But hopefully I can have everything buttoned up throughout the week here. Alright, so this one doesn't have the bearing in it. So we're gonna pull that out. And then you could see, so this hole's a little bit smaller because how that bearing sits. So I'll just go up here. I do expect it to drop at least once we get the weight of the car on here, because there's a little bit of a lip still. But basically, that is a giant washer. I did try to put the little hex nut thing that I was, basically waited an extra week for to do this, and it won't thread on. Not too sure why, but it won't. So and there we go. So I've already done the other side. But yeah, we'll put wheels back on and set it on the ground. See what it looks like. Well, been a couple days. Worked on some other stuff and whatnot. Hey, good news. Well, I got rotors in. But unfortunately, no brake pads. They'll probably be in. I think it's on Monday. So after this, I have the wiper arms. I'm gonna paint them, but I think I'm gonna do that tomorrow, which will be Saturday for me. And I picked up wipers and even some hose, because I would like the sprayer to work, because right now it it does not. You know, it's all Bluetooth, as they say. So I'm sure I have to clean that out and whatnot. But so right now, I'm gonna pull this. I may regret doing this. As someone who likes sunroofs, or liked sunroofs, this is why I no longer like sunroofs. So, it looks like I need to find a whole new assembly. Yep. So, that's sort of what I thought. Alright, let's clean this and try and open it, see what all can be moved or needs to move or what have you. I actually have not tested. Okay, as expected, it does not work. Oh man, the arm's not there. Alright, let me get a... let me get an Allen wrench. So, more likely I need a switch and a complete assembly. Great. Alright. Well, looks like that is probably jacked up too. Alright, I'm going to tinker with this for a minute, see what I can figure out. I guess put it back together, and we'll go from there. Not sure if I covered it, but we are street legal now. Okay. I did drive it last night, and well, I drove it last night, drove it downtown, grabbed something to eat. Well, I did the same thing I do with probably something everyone does. I locked the car. Well, for those that have not had a Mk3 before, sometimes when you lock the car, even when you unlock it, it doesn't necessarily unlock. So it was still like it was unlocked, but the car itself thought it was locked. So I had no start, no crank. And when I tried to open up the trunk, set the alarm off. Well, it was also the first time in a very, very long time I went somewhere, no tools. I know, guys. I know. I should know better, right? So, luckily, the restaurant I was at, when those people left, one guy lived right around the corner. He grabbed me a 10 millimeter so I could pull the battery off. You know, do the key magic dance. You know, unlock, lock, remove everything, take it out, put it back in, lock it, unlock it, leave the key in, leave the key out. You know, tap dance 18 times, hit your right shoulder, and voila, runs, drives. So, now it's, you know, more or less good to go. So, my plan, okay, it drove actually very well. Shifter's a little weird. I think a short shifter's installed or something. It's just a little more, and maybe it's because I've been so used to the Joker that has been so loose. You know, it's suggested gear locations, not real gear locations. Maybe. I think I might drive it towards, you know, there's a Cars and Coffee about an hour away, okay? And, I mean, I won't get there as soon as they start. But it wouldn't be a bad idea to just go. See if I can make it. You know, enjoy the drive, see how it does a longer drive. I did take on the highway a little bit. Seems to be fine. I'm gonna leave the front lip off for right now. Mostly while I still figure out what is good and not good. So, alright. I tossed in a toolbox, bag of tools, a spare, a jack. Hopefully, don't need any of it. The junkyard that I was gonna call about the light, or about the sunroof. It's closed on Saturdays, so I'll give them a call Monday, and we'll figure that out. Well, we're driving. So that is that's my speedometer, because this one doesn't work. And the check engine light is on for the O2 sensor that I don't have. And I have not figured out why the OR light is blinking. As oil, I mean, it's running. I don't hear any ticking or anything, so I'll have to look to see what else, because as a new oil pressure sensor, I wonder, I don't know what else it could be, but nice little country drive. Yeah, I think I'm gonna drive around, get some breakfast. I just don't have 3-4 hours to kill by going to all the way to Cars and Coffee and then back. So normally on second Saturday, it's Cars and Waffles. My buddy Adam hosts that with his club, Simply Legends. And he typically takes January off, which I mean, I understand. Though today would have been a good day. I mean, I think it's supposed to hit 70 again in January. All right, let's drive this around a bit. Yep. No cruise, no go highway speed. Anyone ever asked, do I live in the country? Yeah, definitely. I'd say I do. This is pretty typical, especially for a Saturday morning. It's always farming season here. So, not so much big tobacco like it used to be, but still plenty of cotton, corn, soybeans. Yeah. We got turkey farmers. We got all kinds. Oh, pig farmers. So, but yeah, it's driving well. I'll grab me some breakfast, and then we got a few other things I want to do to the car. If there was any doubt, I'll tell you what, ABA is not fast. But I haven't had an 07K yet, right? The ABA, it's just dead reliable. That's why so many Mark 1s have one. But yeah, cruising, 80, no problem. It's an old warehouse. Actually, I'm pretty sure this is where they did a. Was it who's it owned by? Borden? Didn't they do milk or something? I don't know. But it's a old walkway and whatnot. But I just think that's just a dope look. Okay. If I were to do this would be a dope spot to do some events or something. But yeah, what can I say? Mark 3 is killing it. Cruise is fine, what have you. I need to check the there's like a heat shield over the exhaust. I guess I need to tighten the bolts, add some bolts, something, because it's definitely rattling a fair amount. Yeah, the front lip needs to be added and some other stuff. Telling you, feels good to be in the ABA. I don't know. A lot of people hate Mark 3s. Don't know why, guys. Go drive them. They're just as fun. Maybe a little more quirkier than some of the other ones. So, I'll head home in a few. Finish up some stuff on here. Alright, back from cruising around. Two things. Heat shield, I think, is a little loose. Which is what it is. But I didn't roll this side. And you can tell. So, I'll fix that. Because, here, this side's rolled. Nothing touching. So, it's the same size and everything. So, yeah. Before I jack it up and whatnot, I am going to measure. Make sure they are the same height. If there needs to be a little adjustment, I'll go from there. But yeah, we'll do a little more cleaning today. Yeah, so we'll raise that up. Not raise it up, but like lift it up and roll it. See, everything here is fine. There's like gobs of room. I'm not doing high-speed turns anyway, so not too worried about it all. All right. We'll let it dry a few minutes and then we'll give it a second coat. All right, so I did drive. With driving it around earlier, you could see, well, I need to roll it a little bit more, but it's been rolled up here some. But if you can see, the tire was rubbing. It's not rubbing on the driver's side, so basically I'm just rolling it the exact same way, and we'll go from there. The annoying part was, to get the roller to work, I had to raise the coils and whatnot, so then I have to put it back down, tighten everything up, you know. And then next week, once I get brake parts in, I'll have to raise this thing back up again. Honestly, probably what I'm gonna do tomorrow when we're finished cleaning this up, because I took all the boxes out, okay? And then take the car off this and use this for the GTI, because takes me longer to try and jack it up and everything, get things set up, than it does to just mostly do the job. But, you know, that's why I need a lift, dedicated lift. So we'll get things working. Well, since I was going to clean the rain tray, or put new wiper arms on, I took the rain tray off, and it's a good thing. Look at that. Also, I got a new vacuum at Christmas. What a difference. Yeah, I'm gonna wipe that down up there, and gosh, yeah, that's probably the worst I've seen. Well. Alright, I guess I need a further clean in here, because I could have swore. Alright, what I was trying to do is see if the wipers are going to work. It does not seem like it. So I'm going to remove the arms. I mean, it's going to get new hoses anyways. Yeah, it looks like there's still junk under there. So we'll pull all this out tomorrow. And yeah, we're just finished painting the rain tray, and the rest will just, yeah, I'll deal with the rest later, I guess. It's already 7 o'clock, and I haven't eaten dinner. Did I eat lunch? I did eat lunch. Cool. This is the problem I have. I just sort of keep doing, and then I forget, and the next thing I know, it's 7 o'clock. I gotta take care of the pups also. So, see y'all tomorrow. Alright, good morning everyone. So, as I was saying, last night, I think the motor is shot of the wiper motor. And I am fairly certain I do not have another one. What I'm going to do is take this whole thing out, clean the linkage, clean the arrest underneath here, you know, because there's still leaves and grime under there. Might even move the ECU so I can clean that under there. All this exposed wiring does bother me, but as long as I don't see any breaks, I think we'll be fine. I'm not going to run the line for the washer yet because we're not at that point. If the wipers don't work, it doesn't matter if I have working wiper or not, or washer, I should say. And then my plan is probably just leave the wiper arm out for now, meaning I'm not putting the wipers in. Maybe I'll leave them there. I don't know. We'll figure it out. Let's clean this up and then see what we're gonna do next. All right. There's still a decent amount of junk in here. We're gonna clean all that out. Might even... I'll probably wipe it down as well. Not probably. We will wipe it down. Yep. We'll definitely vacuum this all out. We'll say horn works. Yeah, I don't see any other than it being exposed and just filthy. All right, my plan is to use my battery. Let's try it. Okay, so the plan is to try and get the wiper motor to work. See if it works. I think there might be a fuse down there. So if that's the case, we will. I mean, it's getting voltage, and it's doing nothing. All right. Definitely nothing. Because Yeah, I have the right voltage. All right, so that confirms, which I already sort of knew, that the battery, or that the wiper motor is toast. I'm gonna hit up a few people I know, but if you have Mk3 wiper motor, let me know, okay? Send me a message on Instagram, what have you. Rather not spend the $100 that it seems to be online. No, I'm not doing that. It means I just won't drive in the rain. I mean, I'm perfectly fine with that because I do have a few other options. Well, obviously, I'm showing you two that are not running. There, I could drive that one in the rain. I could drive that in the rain. I can even drive the Rabbit in the rain. So, it's not a must-have. If you do have one for the rear as well, because I haven't opened that up, but when I tried to, it made some noise that did not sound the best. Okay, we'll leave it at that. I don't know if it's busted or what have you. I do need a rear wiper arm because the one I grabbed, which, okay, in all fairness, I grabbed one off of Mark IV, hoping that maybe it'd be close enough. It's not. So I think I'm gonna leave this out. Okay. Until I get a new motor, I don't see the point in, well, I guess I could take these off. Disconnect it right there. So then I could maybe, maybe it looks assembled. What do you guys recommend for wire covers? I don't really want to use the cheap plastic stuff, but I also have, we also have to remember this is not a show car by any stretch of the imagination. So something is better than nothing. But again, I would like it to look a little more presentable. Just cover it a bit better. Let me know. All right, all back together. I decided to throw the wiper arm in there, mostly so I don't misplace anything. Clean up a bit. So, and now, there we go. So, I ordered what I hope to be a working seal of some sort. Also, I do have some screws, well, not screws, like the little plastic caps that will fit in these holes down here and then on the other side. But since it all has to come right back out, I don't want to take it out and then something happened to it, right? No. So I will finish that up later. Once I either, we'll see if anyone has a motor. If not, a wiper motor, that is, or what have you. So all in all, pleased with the car. Runs, drives. It'll stop better here shortly. This upcoming week may or may not continue to work on this. It is, what's today? The 11th, I think. I'm leaving for Eurotripper on the 5th, February 5th, I think that's Thursday. And so I'm probably going to pull in the Rabbit truck this week. Get some things sorted, make sure things are good to go for that, what was it, 1,200 mile, 1,100 mile trip, round trip down and back. So yeah. Let me know how you guys thought about how the video was this week. I try to do some work every day. I think I did work on 4 or 5 different days and then combining on one video. I don't know if I can sustain that every week, only because a lot depends on the workload, weeks I have kids versus weeks I don't have kids, stuff like that. But I would like to, continue to throw more effort into the videos as the audience grows, which also, from last week's video, we got 17 new subscribers. Thank you. Welcome to Pia's Projects. If you are watching and you watch, heck, if it's your first time watching and you like it, thank you. If you watch it and you're not subscribed, all of you, please just subscribe. All right? Goal is to hit 1,000 subscribers this year. Make a couple nickels. And sort of go from there. I am mostly working on the old VW stuff. But, hey, some old American stuff we'll hop into, okay? Thank you everyone for watching. Don't forget, you could check out piasprojects.com for any merchandise. I'm probably going to put the website on pause. Probably about a week, maybe a week and a half before I go to Eurotripper. Because that's when I'll be loading stuff up and I don't need, I don't want inventory to get messed up. And I don't want you to get something and then me not have it and stuff like that. So, and as I always say, there's always a solution.